the goal or the agenda may be to sign a number two or to draft a number two in the upcoming NFL 2025 draft. My only problem with that philosophy is, are you really going to start the season with a 22-year-old QB1 and a 22 to 23-year-old QB2, and that's your quarterback? Are the Minnesota Vikings comfortable enough to do that? I know KOC is a quarterback whisperer, but is that the best case scenario for the Minnesota Vikings, having two 22 to 23 years olds in that quarterback room? Like, that doesn't necessarily make sense to me. It may be part of the plan. Again, they're not talking, so I'm not going to sit here and say there's no way that's not going to happen. It very well could. Some people are speculating that they might trade for a quarterback to be the QB2. Are you depleting more draft assets for a QB2 when you can go out and sign a guy like Ryan Tannehill and it won't cost you anything? I don't know how much that makes sense either. There's also been speculation about the Minnesota Vikings possibly bringing back Kirk Cousins. Why you would want to give up an asset, a trade asset at all, for Kirk Cousins boggles my mind. But I don't know. That could be something that they are thinking. But to me, that doesn't make a lot of sense either. And it's funny that people keep putting Kirk Cousins in this backup slot, QB2, and that he would come back and he would be great. Again, acting like they've talked to Kirk Cousins, that he would be on board with being a QB2. When has Kirk Cousins ever said he would be comfortable being a backup quarterback? Hell, he's trying to get out of Atlanta because he's a backup to Michael Penix Jr. I think Kirk Cousins wants to play. But the Atlanta Falcons, they hold the advantage. They hold the hammer. They paid him his $10 million when they could have released him a couple of weeks ago. Now he's the backup quarterback, and he cannot show up to work if he wants, but they have control over his contract and over his rights. They've got to pay him all of that guarantee money. So in terms of the Minnesota Vikings bringing back Kirk Cousins, I don't know how likely that is to happen.